Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts on whether or not some of these items sitting out here are worth it in terms of the value that you get out of these items. So worth is of course relative. Something might be worth it to you, but not to me, and vice versa. So again, please take everything that I say as a personal opinion and take it with a grain of salt. But I have been able to use the items that I'm going to be talking about for some time now, and so I'm able to speak genuinely about whether or not I find them to be valuable. So the very first one I'm going to share with you is a new item that I purchased for myself as a Christmas gift to me, and that is this here. This is the Chanel Le Lift Anti-Wrinkle Flash Eye Revitalizer. I had talked about this earlier and I also mentioned it on my Instagram, but I really wanted to try it out first before making this follow-up video, and my verdict essentially is yes, it's worth it. For $130, this eye serum with patches actually works. So basically, what you do is you take this serum, it's got like a roller ball top, and it feels really sort of cool to the touch. You put it under your eyes, and then you take one set of the patches, and it comes with a set of 10. This one, you see I already experimented with, I used it. And you would basically, I'll open this up just to show you. This is what it looks like. It's this very gelatinous, cool material right here, very thick and sort of gooey, but not wet, okay? So after you do the rollerball serum, you put this under each eye and you leave it on for at least 10 minutes. And I will say, to be honest, I can't speak to whether or not this is going to work on reducing wrinkles because I don't really have wrinkles under my eyes or near my eyes yet. We'll see as I age. But definitely reduce the puffiness and the tired look. I've been quite tired lately. I haven't been good. I've been sleeping really late. I've had a bit of insomnia. I've been worried about my husband because he got injured recently. He's okay. He's going to be okay. But I think that all contributed to puffiness, dark coloration under my eyes. And this really worked. And if you guys remember watching my Christmas unboxing video when I showed this, the reason why I took the leap and I ordered this is because one of my followers on Instagram shared with me that she bought the Christmas or the holiday beauty set that had this in it. And she used it and showed me before and after photos, and it was a really significant difference. And she also commented that her mom noticed right away in the morning and said, "Hey, did you do something different to your eyes?" So that's what convinced me, and I thought, let me try it. Now, I will say I had very, very low expectations because I don't really believe in fancy schmancy skincare products that have lots of branding, obviously Chanel. I just think, they have premium pricing and a lot of times they don't work. In this case, specifically for reducing the tired look and the puffiness under your eyes, I would say that I can vouch for it. It does work. But again, for wrinkles, I don't know. So definitely want to show you that. And then let's move along into the beauty category, and then I'll move around in a circle. So these right here are my Hermes Lip Balms. So these are, quite pricey for what they are. Look at this cute little dust bag that comes with it. And of course, they come in those cute little bright orange Hermes boxes. So these are each $67. Again, pricey for what it is, but they're refillable, which means that when you run out of the lip balm, you can actually get another insert, which is less than $67. I think it's like roughly half the price. And so you keep the case. And this case is so absolutely gorgeous. Like, the camera will not do it justice. It feels really nice, and it's got a magnetic case. Love that. And this one here is also the lip balm, but this is in like a tinted rose color. And this has more of like a dry feel to it. It's not chalky, but it's a little bit more dry, whereas the colorless lip balm is very moist. So I use both. I like them a lot. Sometimes when I'm trying to get fancy, I will do this lip balm first, and then I will layer with the rose, and it's really pretty. It's very subtle. But sometimes I'll just use them separately. As you can see, I've been using them both quite a bit on a regular basis, multiple times a day. So I do think that these are worth it if you're looking for a high-end designer Hermes level beauty product. These are fairly new to the Hermes lineup. They didn't really have any kind of lip or lipstick items until last year. So if you want to experiment, but yeah, they're a little pricey. I would definitely buy this one again. This one here. I love it. All right. Then let's move on to Chanel. Back to Chanel, I guess I should say. So this one is the ever so famous egg-shaped hand cream. I have had this for too long now. It should be used up by now, and it's still not used up. That should say something to you. I think this is a great novelty item. I think it's a great gift item. I think if I received this as a gift, I would have loved it. I did do a giveaway once, and I gave this out to one of my subbies, and that was fun. But from a practicality standpoint, I think that the egg shape is so cute. So cute and nice to hold like this with the curves. But it's not that practical because when I put them, especially in my mini bags, it takes up a lot of space. This right here is like a bulb. So it's just not ergonomically, I don't know how to describe it, friendly to put into bags, small purses. Also, the scent is a little bit too fragrant for me. I don't know if it's just me personally, but if you are not really into strong perfumey kind of scents for your lotions, then you might want to stay away from this. It's $50. There are a couple of different versions. I think this is like the main version. Again, I think it's really nice as a gift item, but I would not repurchase this for myself. So for me, it's not worth it. This one here is the Chanel Gel Coat. I got this as a gift from my friend Elma, and I really like this. This gel coat is for natural nails. You guys know I paint my own nails at home, all natural, and this is really nice because it has like this thick, glossy, shiny coating, and you can absolutely get like the drugstore brand top coat, and that's what I've been using for years from Essie or from other brands, but this one is actually really nice, and I apologize. There's like a huge truck passing by my window if you hear some noise in the background. This one I think is $28. I would say it's worth trying if you're really into nails and doing your own nails, and also not having to deal with the hassle of actually like a gel coat, because this does not require any UV lamps. It just air dries like a regular top coat, but the effect is kind of like a gel coat, if that makes sense. So I think this is a nice product that Chanel made. Okay, then we go on to fragrances, and I talked about this recently in my designer alternatives video. I know many of you really enjoyed that video, so thank you for watching. This is the very popular Baccarat Rouge 540, and I thought it was all hype until I got it myself, and this is the most gorgeous scent. It is so beautiful, so delicious, and it's unisex, by the way, and it's really long lasting, but it's expensive. So this size here, 2.4 fluid ounce, is I think $325 or something like that. The price actually went up by $5 or $10 recently. There are other sizes. There's also the travel size I have, and there's a larger size, but they're all pretty pricey. I discovered recently an alternative from DOSSIER, made in France perfumeries, but based in New York, and ethically sourced ingredients, really amazing affordable pricing, direct to consumer on their website. Go back and check out my designer alternatives video if you missed it. And I think it was like $49 for this, very closely Baccarat Rouge 540 inspired perfume that they call Ambery Saffron. So do I still think this is worth it after discovering Dossier's version? I really love this. I love this so much. If I had never discovered Dossier, then I would just keep buying this because it's gorgeous. I do think now that I have discovered a really great affordable alternative that is really high quality and smells nearly identical, I'm probably going to make this last longer by alternating or layering, although I don't really need to layer because it lasts the whole day. But I might just alternate the days. To be honest, I have been wearing the Dossier version ever since I got it for the last few days, and I haven't touched this, so I don't know what that says. So if you're based in the US, I think they only ship in the US. You might want to try them out. Nothing here is sponsored. I don't get affiliate commissions, nothing. I'm just sharing with you. All right, let's go on to base shapers. I don't know if base shapers are worth it for every kind of bag, but for the walk, the wallet on chain in particular, this is my Chanel, and it's the black caviar with silver hardware. You've seen it so many times. For the walk, yes, hands down. It is such a game changer. It's a must. And this is like, I don't know, $20 or $30, comes from Australia. So there's a conversion rate, but it's not expensive. Of course, you can make this yourself if you want to, if you're very handy dandy and you're into DIY projects. Or is it? Yeah, DIY. I was going to say DIY, but I'm not like that. That's not my thing. So I'd rather just pay someone or a company that's doing it. And this one here is, I've had it for, I think, a couple years. So you can see it's kind of like fraying a little bit, but who cares? It's inside the bag. It still works. If you get a new one, it's going to be even tighter. And I think they've updated their kind of materials. So it's getting better and better. This would look collapsed and flat and sad without the base shaper. I have 2 of these, another one for my filigree walk. And if you put it in, it just opens up the bag, makes it so much easier to see inside, to get your stuff out. And the structure, look at that. And this is exactly how I store it. I leave the base shaper in it, and I store it like this all day, every day, and it has not caused a problem over the last couple years. So this one is from MBoutique, again, based in Australia. I have a promo code. I'll link it, or not link it. I'll share everything down below in my description box, wherever I do have promo codes, if you want to, save some money. Okay, then I have to show you my beautiful Speedy BB black lambskin. So sad this was discontinued so quickly. It was a seasonal piece, so I didn't know that at the time. I guess I lucked out getting it. Gorgeous chain. But that's not what I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you, oh, it fits so perfectly, the organizer insert that I have from ZOOMONI, which is a company based out in Korea. And again, none of this is sponsored. I remember when this first came out and I got it, I reached out to ZOOMONI and I asked if they could make me one because they didn't have one. So I had to give dimensions and they custom created this for me. And now this is available on their website. I wanted black to match, even though it's hard to see when it's black. You've got pockets here, keeps it organized. But mainly, I get organizers, yes, for the organization, but for the way they keep the structure intact. I don't like the slouching and the drooping. So for this bag, it's got a harder bottom, a little bit more sturdy bottom than some of the other Speedies, which I'll show you in a minute. But I noticed that when I got it, it was smushing on the sides and the handle was sort of indenting into this beautiful, precious lambskin leather, and I didn't like that. So I asked for this, and this really fits perfectly. It's light because it's felt, and it really holds the structure up on the sides. So I'm just going to try to get this in really quickly. There we go. So it's just less of a give on each side. So I feel like it really protects the bag structure, and it will help to keep it intact for longer, which is what we want. We want to take care of our things, right? So do I think bag organizers are worth it? Yes, for certain bags, not for every bag. I don't have bag organizers for like my Chanel Classic flap. I don't need it. You have to understand the bag. And if you're trying to maintain the structure or the integrity of the structure, then yes, bag organizers are great. And also if you want more pockets and more organization, that's another reason. So let me just show you the Speedy B bag here as an example. Okay, so this one is my Speedy Bandolier in the Damier Ebene. It's the 35 size. I think this is perfect for travel. I use this as a carry-on. It fits right on top of my luggage, and it fits perfectly with plenty of room to spare overhead and also under the seat if you need to put it under the seat. But let me show you. Ba-ba! This one also is from ZOOMONI. I've tried organizers from different places. But lately I've been sticking with ZOOMONI. Oh, let me see if I can get this out. I got the matching cherry red because I love the red lining on the inside. Maybe I won't pull this out. It might be easier for me to show you like this. I've done videos showing what fits, how I pack it, with and without the organizers, so you might want to go check those out if you're interested. They should be on my Louis Vuitton playlist. But I got this one. It has so many pockets. It's got the water bottle holder too for separation. And there's no slouching. I don't like the slouching. It's just not my thing. It's so beautiful. It's so intact. Look at it. So yes, for certain bags, I do think bag organizers are worth it. Okay, I'm gonna move to this over here because I mentioned briefly in a recent video that I wasn't sure if my 7RP organizer insert for my Birkin 30 was really worth it. It was over $600 with the conversion from euros to USD. It's not cheap. So let me show you. It's gorgeous. I mean, when I unboxed it, I was gushing. It feels so nice to the touch. This material is Alcantara, which is commonly used in luxury cars, like the interior of luxury cars. So this is different from felt. It's got a different feeling to it. It's more, I guess, premium. It's really nicely made. The stitching is so beautiful. So many pockets. I don't know if it's that functional because I had mentioned earlier too, like, why do I need so many pockets in these tiny little pockets? So maybe the configuration could be different. I remember mentioning that. But overall, it's like, wow, this is a really nicely made organizer. However, I feel like over time, I started to, I don't know, I don't want to say it's a waste of money because the Birkin is a lot of money. You could say the Birkin's a waste of money too, technically. And so to keep it intact and to maintain it well, you know, $600, considering that this is a 5-figure bag, is proportionally not that much, right? If it's going to keep it in good condition. But when I put this inside, and I'll do that, I actually, in the beginning, the first few months, I stored it with this. Look at the color. It's beautiful. This is the gold color, and so is my Birkin, so it matches really nicely. It's kind of hard to do hanging like this, but I'll try my best. Oh, let me put it down. It's hard because the tripod is in front of me and blocking me. Okay, so there it goes. Fits really nicely, and it looks really nice. And yeah, it's going to hold up the shape. But I found that after storing it like this for a few months, you see, like, this is me being super anal, but the sides are kind of winging out, and I don't love that. And I played around with it a little bit, but they still keep winging out. So then I stored it without this, and I felt like it got a little bit tighter on the sides after a while. So yeah, I know, I'm super picky, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm feeling like, because even though the 7RP inserts are made custom for this Birkin size, like there's one for each size and a variety of different colors, I think because the Birkins are handmade and each one is going to be slightly different in dimensions depending on how the artisan put it together and stitched it, there might be a tiny, like a millimeter or half a millimeter of, you know, just a hair off that makes it different from another Birkin 30. So I think that somewhere here, it's like too wide or too long or something. I can't put my finger on it, and it's pushing against the leather. It's not like when I put it in, I could feel it pushing against the sides of my Birkin, but there is something that's a little bit off, and I can't really blame 7RP because the quality here is gorgeous. There's really nothing wrong with it, but I don't think there's much they can do to make it a better fit because they don't have my Birkin with them. It's not like they have my exact bag and then they custom size it. So if there are going to be slight variations, that's not something they can really work around, right? They can just get it as close as possible because they're producing these probably in, you know, batches, I would imagine. I don't know. And the fact that it was about $600 or a little bit more, that kind of just makes me feel like, I don't know. Then I thought, let me try a different organizer, and I ordered this one here in this beautiful like canary yellow from ZOOMONI. And it actually just arrived, so I didn't even open it. This is how it comes, just so you can see. It takes a little while because the shipping is international, so you just have to be a little bit patient. Oh, this is like... Bear with me, please. I'm hoping I don't have to edit this stuff out. Editing is my least favorite part of YouTubing. I like just chatting with you all and replying to your comments and getting to know you and building community, but editing is like, ugh. Okay, so this is a gorgeous color. I wanted something a little bit different, something cheerful and fun, a pop. And it has the same kind of configuration as my Speedy organizer with this pocket here. And then I feel like these wider pockets are more useful than these like small, slim ones. I don't know, maybe it would have been better if they had opened up some of these. Anyway, so right off the gate, I can feel that this is, it's not as luxe because it's felt versus Alcantara, okay? And that's going to affect the pricing also. But I know that this is lighter. It's considerably lighter even in my hands. I don't have to weigh it. Maybe at some point I will do a side by side and weigh them. But this doesn't have the layers and layers of Alcantara, so it feels lighter. And the Birkin is not like a super light bag. It's under 2 pounds. That's my threshold. But if you fill it, it's well over 2 pounds. And so you don't really want to add unnecessary weight if you can avoid it. And I like that this is lighter. The only thing I can feel right off the bat is, so let me just see something. So this too, it's not custom made for my specific Birkin, so the dimensions may or may not work perfectly. Lengthwise, it's very similar. I want to say that the ZOOMONI, the yellow one, is, they're pretty similar. But here's the thing that I noticed. This one here from 7RP, it goes in, it goes in at the top. It's sort of like almost like trapezoidal, right? And that's really good because that's how the Birkin looks on this side. It kind of tapers in, so you want it to mimic that. The one sort of issue I guess I would have with the ZOOMONI version is that it's just kind of straight lines and it doesn't taper in. So my biggest concern would be that these corners and these sides are going to dig in and open up the bag more than I'd like. So maybe there's no perfect organizer, but I do really like the ZOOMONI organizers for my other bags. I do recommend them. And if you're looking for, an organizer that's like high quality, premium, beautiful to the touch, but expensive, I don't think that there are many other options besides 7RP. So this might be kind of like your only or your best bet, or you can go without an organizer, up to you. But I just don't know if I wouldn't buy it again. Let's put it that way. So I wouldn't buy this again, and I have a hard time justifying that it was over $600 for an organizer. And I know that's a bit of a change of heart from when I first talked about it, but now that I've had a chance to really use it and get to know it, I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. So definitely want to share those updates with you. I know that there were a lot of questions on a variety of these items, so I thought it might be helpful to do this video. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful in any way, please give this video a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. That's how I know if there's interest in a video or a topic. And if you are new to my channel and you enjoy this type of content, I would love for you to subscribe and join our community. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.